What is going on, everybody? It is Alex coming back at you with another video. And today we're going to be doing a Cleveland Browns offseason video. Want to drop something for you guys today. It's a little bit late, and that's because I'm dressed up because I had interviews, but also I did a 7-round mock draft. So for you guys who are seeing this early, I did a pre-combine 7-round mock draft, and it's going to be up tomorrow. So check out that when it comes out. And if you guys want to be able to get inside information like this, feel free to follow me down in the description below. I got stuff on Twitter all the time. Instagram, that's a little bit less common because Twitter's easy as all get go. But still do that and go to Discord because we have a great community there, over 120 people. Let's kick this off with a bang because we already did the mock draft, and that is why you're seeing a little bit of a hint who you get for this one. So let's start it off. Let's look at some key offseason departures before people start getting re-signed. Let's pray to God. At this point, the duration amount is just there for fun. Signed is whether I should think they should be re-signed / do I think they will. It's just a little bit of a hybrid of that. So let's talk about it. Jadeveon Clowney, wow, that was tough. And Takk McKinley are both up for contracts. Two big edge positions on your team. I think one of them gets re-signed, and that one's probably going to be the one who has a higher upside. That's Mr. Clowney, and he's done a much better job here than he has in recent memory, especially with the Titans. So getting him here on a 2-year deal might be very good. And then, of course, Anthony Walker, I pray that you bring him back, but as you'll see in the 7-round mock, you might not have to, but not like this one, the one tomorrow. So just get your hopes up for tomorrow, okay? But still, Rashard Higgins as well, somebody who's going to be a big, the wide receiver core is stripped as it is, so getting him would be a big plus. David Njoku, you have enough tight ends and you're paying enough as it is. Ronnie Harrison, again, your secondary is pretty damn stacked. Hajalte Froholt, love him. I remember when he came out and it was like a big thing from PFF. Definitely bring him back as a good backup option because I know there's offensive line depth issues for this team. And Dearness Johnson, as much as I want him to come back, I think he's going to go out and get some good money. Let's talk about some guys who could potentially be traded or cut. Jarvis Landry, he tweeted out the ball is in your court. He's up for $14.5 million this year. So potentially getting rid of him is going to save up some good cap, along with Troy Hill, who's getting older as well as being a bit expensive. And then off-season targets, these are just some fun guys that we look at. Again, years and amount aren't exactly solidified, just there for fun. Josh Reynolds and Christian Kirk, both guys who could be a good contributor in the wide receiver core. Again, that is pretty damn stripped. Ty Nsekhe, a really good swing tackle. I think Chris Hubbard might be the guy who's up for a contract on this roster. So getting a guy who is a good swing tackle is far from a bad deal, and Ty has been perfectly that for a long time. Arden Key has been a baller the past year for the 49ers, so getting him here on a 3-year cheap deal for an edge rusher might pay off in the long run. And then Maurice Hurst as well. Again, these guys that I believe the Raiders cut, that the Niners are just like, hello, that they did pretty damn well. And then Kurt Benkert having a cheap backup who has a high upside. I love it. So that is going to be this part of the video, guys. Now it's time to go into the mock draft. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you there. Welcome in, everybody. It is time for that mock draft. Let's do it. Let's have some fun here. Hopefully we get some good players to us. I'm praying that Garrett Wilson, he's going to make it. He is. We already know he's going to. Is he going to? Please say he's going to. Oh my. Did he make it? Of course, you guys are new to the series. We don't do those automatic trades. He did. So I want to just discuss a couple players that I would take with this pick. Tyler Linderbaum, you don't need to. I just love him. But Garrett Wilson's probably the only guy who I'd really want to take. Edge rusher, you could. I know that we said we're going to bring back Jadeveon Clowney for a little bit, but again, that doesn't mean that that's a long-term solution. Linebackers certainly could be something you do target, but none of them are really. I would rather go Leo Chenal in the 2nd rounder to get a true Mike than anything. A quarterback, let's not get into that topic. But yeah, this is going to be Garrett Wilson all the way. Let's just keep it nice and short here. I love Garrett Wilson. He is my number 1 wide receiver, not by a large margin because Treylon Burks is right on his ass, but Garrett Wilson being a true blue chip player is 100% a factual thing. I love him. He's in my top 15 for sure. I don't know if he cracked the top 10, but he is right in there. Blue chip players are supposed to be top 15. Like those are the guys who are going to make immediate impacts on their rosters. So I'm glad to see that my grading scale so far has worked out pretty well that way. But we'll see who falls to us in the second pick. Of course, we're going to get spammed by all of these trade offers. I wish I could change it just for these videos, but it obviously makes the normal mock drafts a lot more fun, and it gives us a little bit more time to talk. So wide receiver has been getting taken left, right, and center. Very happy to see that because we don't need it. At this point, I am going to be actually selecting DeMarvin Leal. I think that going edge rusher is a huge plus at this position, and DeMarvin Leal is not interior defensive line. I have him graded as a blue chip edge rusher, and I think this is the perfect spot to let him grow and develop under Jadeveon Clowney. Perion Winfrey certainly should be in there as well. I mean, these guys are just phenomenal, and I just love DeMarvin Leal. So him going here is far from a negative to anybody else, and it's not an interior defensive lineman. He could play it in the short term, but I think he's going to be a long-term edge rusher, especially with Myles Garrett as a mentor. Hell yes. Definitely going to be doing that. So we're continuing to decline these stupid ass contracts because they are, or trade offers, because they're very annoying. If we ever do need to reference the contract situation, we can go up there to the top. Arnold Ebiketie is such a stud. I love him to death. Like, that guy's phenomenal. Brian Asamoah would have been a guy who I would have taken for this team at that spot. And I honestly forgot who I took for the Steelers the more I think about it. So we might accidentally have some overlap here and there. But I'm going to be going Leo Chenal here out of Wisconsin. A true Mike linebacker that this team could certainly use. You have JOK there. You have Mac Wilson, who's going to be there for one more year. So getting someone like Leo Chenal is not bad at all. No pun intended. Just a guy who would be a very big plus in this division where you have the Ravens and Steelers who are going to be very run heavy. And then, the Bengals, you got Joe Mixon there. So that's definitely going to be a big plus. I have him as a second round graded linebacker. So at this spot, we already did go that edge route. We could look on the interior. Nobody is good enough in my eyes. So at this point, you just try to find the best guy available. And unfortunately, we're not looking too hot all around. So I would probably take a gadget player like Nick Bonito at this point. Just a guy who has good potential. Nick Cross certainly in that consideration as well. This is just a weird part of the draft where it's like you don't really know exactly where to go. Bailey Zappi could be / should be this pick. So I might go that way. I try to keep it semi more realistic, and I know that corner is definitely not something I want to target, but I know it's something that we could do, and I might be intrigued. Martin Emerson fell. Wow, that is ridiculous. The hate on Martin Emerson is just out of this world, honestly, though. Come on. The guy's a true junior. I'm not going to be drafting him, but yeah, you best believe that. Unfortunately, the Ravens are probably going to scoop up on that opportunity. So we're going to continue pushing on with Bailey Zappi at quarterback. I think bringing in a quarterback for competition with your second, third round pick is far from a bad thing to do. And does he have this cannon arm? No, but I think that he's a phenomenal player who has a lot of big positives that are outside of his arm. But at this point, honestly, I might even go Greg Dulcich because there are rumors of Austin Hooper moving. So that might be a fun one to target. But I might go JoJo Doman here. Just to have a slot corner safety hybrid at linebacker. Pretty much he's going to be that rover role. And he was one of the best, if not the best, in the Big Ten. So he's a little bit older. Was he really born in 1997? Ain't no way in hell. No way in hell he was that old. I don't trust TDN at all, and neither should you. I'm going to go JoJo Doman here, though. I think his ability to be a slot cornerback would be a very big plus to a team that, according to this, we're going to be releasing Troy Hill. So it'd be a big plus to be able to have a much cheaper contract than $4.5 million per year. And at this point, honestly, it's too bad that we don't have Greg Dulcich on the board. I would definitely target him at this point. But John Ridgeway might be a fun guy to have on the interior, and he's somebody that I have yet to get. So we're down to two interiors. It's Elliott as well as Togiai. John Ridgeway deserves some respect. That guy is a very good player. I do like him a lot, especially in this zone. Like this early to mid day three, this guy's flashed a lot more than what people were saying. When people were talking about even Zion Johnson looking amazing, it's like guys like Ridgeway were taking advantage of that. So, he definitely deserves a lot of hype. We could definitely target probably another wide receiver down the line. Justin Ross being in that category. Eric Ezukanma, I know that there's some people in the community that absolutely love him. So definitely somebody who I would be potentially targeting with our next pick. Not with this one per se. Bo Melton, I'm happy to see that he's gaining a little more respect. But Bo Melton wouldn't be too shabby to get for this team. We are potentially going to be losing Jarvis Landry. So getting somebody who could play slot as well wouldn't be bad. I mean, I would personally like that. But I mean, when you look at the guys on the board, I mean, Bo Melton should be in this category, and he would be a fun guy to get. Justin Ross could be your boundary wide receiver, though. We're going to take him. I don't believe I've taken him for any other team in this division yet. So screw you to the Ravens. Like, the Ravens are going to be able to take advantage of some players that we didn't get, but also, I try not to repeat in the same division, but I do end up liking certain players down the board. And, after a while, there's only so many players that you can enjoy down the line, which is why I made it to where you can pretty much redraft dudes if they're in a different division. So we'll see how it goes. I think that getting another running back wouldn't be too shabby at this point to get depth, because this is a good running back class at this point. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. At this point, Deshaun Corbin would be such a good fit on this team. Oh, man. I love his ceiling and him being like a good, because obviously Dearness Johnson should be moving on to another team to actually get some money. I think Deshaun Corbin would be such a good guy to have as a backup. I'd be such a big fan of it. So we'll see if we have any more picks. I hope we do, because I would like to maybe target Ezukanma as another guy who we can have on our team. Wide receiver room, in my opinion, is pretty barren, but we'll see what happens. Neal Farrell Jr., another dude, but I don't really want to nab him from other teams. Just doesn't really make sense. So at this spot, I actually might want to swing tackle. So when you look at it, Myron Cunningham has had some, he hasn't been the best in the world, but actually Wanya Morris, not a bad guy. He's a former 5-star out of Oklahoma. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's in this class. So we're going to be taking him, swing tackle out of Oklahoma. 5-star, super young, should not have come out in the class. But, hell, if you're going to be like needing to fill that position, that's a steal. I haven't even seen him yet. So this is one of our few guys that I've yet to draft at all. So I'm very excited for that. Tyler Carter, very good guy as well. It just sucks that they put Verone McKinley in 1-on-1 coverage during the Senior Bowl, because I really do like that guy, but they made him look like crap, and it was really embarrassing. So that is going to be the mock, guys. We'll take a quick look at it, and then we'll let you guys free. So yeah, ending off the draft right there. Let's look at our user picks. We got Garrett Wilson, who's going to be a stud #1 in this league. I love him. DeMarvin Leal as an edge rusher. Sign me up any day. Leo Chenal, going to be a true Mike linebacker. Bailey Zappi coming in to either elevate Baker Mayfield or else replace him. Jojo Doman, going to be our slot corner linebacker hybrid, similar to what JOK plays, but honestly, I think JOK is a lot better of a linebacker, and Jojo Doman could be much more of a gadget dude. Ridgeway comes in to compete with Togiai. Ross, and just another really good depth guy with a lot of potential. Deshaun Corbin, beast. And then Wanya Morris, the dream swing tackle. So that is going to be the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the far side. Peace.